Today marks 1425th day share lessons I learn and continue to learn with you. I hope these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help achieve your goals, really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about morals. And I think that this is a topic very interesting because I think that in life, sometimes we forget the most important things. We forget the foundational things. And I think that it's very, very important to always go back and say, what is my foundation? What is foundation of humanity? What is foundation of community? What is foundation of relationship? And the foundation is morals, moral code. And I think it might be that different people, different things has different morals, but no. There are some truths, some foundational truths that every single person is supposed to accept as a moral truth. But I don't believe that morals change. It doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your race, it doesn't matter where you come from. All those morals are exactly the same. So I think that when we're able to really accept moral truths, moral rules, I think life would be so much better. But I think that sometimes because of self-righteousness, because of hatred, because of disappointment, because of their own regrets, people start to look blame into others, and when you start blaming, start to forget that true ownership are coming to inside and understanding, okay, what do I need to do? What kind of agents do I have in my life? What could I do to change things for the better? And I think that when we want to have agency, we need to really go back to the moral rules, because there's a lot of commitments and the things and rules and right rules. But I think that today we'll share one of the foundational rules, moral rules that every single person is supposed to follow, just to make sure that we're able to be better, not just for ourselves, but for others. And I think that when you have strong moral rules, you're able to achieve so much more in life, in multiple areas in our life, in health, because we have more inner peace, in the finances, because you're able to have a better job, better positions, better business, better clients, better stakeholders, better relations. There's so many things that's coming just having better moral rules. So I will share 7 moral rules that every single person needs to reflect on and say, like, where do I show those moral rules? Do I actually live in alignment with moral rules? So number 1, do not cause unnecessary harm. And I think that we need to always ask, okay, how my actions will impact others. I think that it's very, very important to understand that our actions will lead to some disturbance if we are not careful. So I think that we are built to add value to people. We are built to add value, to serve and lead ourselves and others. So knowing that, we need to understand that we need to nurture others, flourish others, empower others, encourage others, not vice versa. So when we're speaking with other people, that means do not cause unnecessary harm is with everything. That means harm could be physical. It could be something that's even more difficult, is harm psychological. Words are so powerful, it could hurt people, could take away their dreams, could slow down to pursue what they want. So that means that when we say something, we're able to ask, are these harmful? Are those words are harmful? Are those physical activities, actions is harmful? And I think that when we're able to really look into it, we realize that, oh my God, like the things that I'm doing maybe is not the best. Maybe I'm able to adjust. And again, this is the moral rules, the ones that sometimes is hard to really grasp, because it's easy to harm people unintentionally. That's probably the hardest part about this moral rule, that do not cause unnecessary harm. But sometimes people cause harm unintentionally, and that's why we need to build so much more awareness in our lives and understand, how do we impact other people? How do we influence other people? And we know that, because if you hurt someone physically, it's easy to understand you are harmed other person. But there's a lot of things that we're able to harm even with our words. Number 2, morals: treat every person with dignity and respect. I find that every single person I always say, every single person is unique and special. Every single person is the same. Every single person has a spark. Every single person has exactly the same value. Knowing that, so that means we need to really treat with respect. That means we need to really show that. Show that. That means every single person you meet, I think that's, again, I truly believe that. I truly believe that when you meet a person, is a massive CEO or homeless, they deserve exactly the same respect. This person earned a lot of success in future, so we're able to really admire that person. We're able to really be inspired by that person. We're able to really learn from that person, seek that person guidance, seek that person mentorship. But when thinking about respect and dignity, both of them could be equally respected. And I think that's again where every single person is supposed to treat every single person with dignity and respect. And this is a moral rule that never supposed to be undermined. I think it's non-negotiable that every single person deserves respect. This is a moral rule that every single person is supposed to have. And sometimes people disrespect people, and I think that's not okay. And I think that we need to really speak about those things, that it is not okay to disrespect, especially when people have debates. Again, the debates you can really one of the probably one thing that when people start lose debate, where they start to focus, disrespect another person. When they lose the debate, most time they move from the topic to the person, and that's again when you start to see that the person that when there's you see debate, and when one person starts to move to really discussing the right topic, the other person, you know that they are really losing. And it's unfortunate that people give away their moral rules and start to disrespect the other person. Number 3, be honest and trustworthy. Be honest and trustworthy. I think that's again, this is a moral rule, and I think that it's interesting that we live in times that sometimes it's okay to lie. It's okay to be polite and widely lie. And I'm from Eastern European country, and I truly believe that being direct, honest, and trustworthy is so much better, because when you have a conversation, when you're direct, when you explain everything, that is coming from the goodness of your heart, and it's not to hurt you, to uplift you, to encourage you, because I'm sharing those things with you because I know that you can be better. If I knew that you're not able to change, I knew that you will be stuck in where you're at, I would not say that. I would not bother saying what you're doing bad. But because I believe in you, I want to be honest, I want to be trustworthy, and I will be direct with you. And I think that's exactly how it's supposed to live. And I think that this is a moral truth, moral rule that we're supposed to live by. Rather than being polite and going around and not allowing another person to grow, we need to really commit to share the truth, to allow ourselves to grow. Because if you don't share the truth, that means that we are uncomfortable with difficult conversations. That is in us, probably with us, not with the other person. Probably the other person will not improve, and you not improve as well, because you're not able to handle difficult conversations. I'm guilty of that as well, so I'm not any different. But I think that this is a moral truth that we're supposed to seek to be better. Number 4 is act fairly and justly. Act fairly and justly. And this is very interesting. Universe is not fair. It is. I just said it. Universe is not fair. You'll never find fairness. In universe, you'll never find fairness. And when you seek fairness, you will go to victimhood. But we want to be victors. But what victors do, I want to be fair. I want to be fair. Life isn't fair, but I will be fair. I will be just. I will be fair. I will make sure that morally, this is a strong rule, and I will follow it. I will be fair with other people. I will be just. I will not cheat. I will not cut corners. I will not really achieve my success by cutting people off. I will be fair because this is my role in life, my moral rule. And this is very powerful. Knowing that life isn't fair, but you choose to be fair, I think this is very, very powerful. Number 5 is take responsibility for your actions. It's a beautiful moral rule. Take ownership. Take ownership and responsibility. Take accountability. Those are beautiful words. Knowing that there's nothing to blame. And being able to have that integrity and owning the consequences of your choices, of your actions, of your decisions, knowing that you make mistakes like every single person make mistakes. And the most beautiful thing, that people who really take this moral into their heart and they live by that, they grow much, much faster. That's why when I look into people who really achieve massive success in a very young age, I know that I know that they have that moral rule. Take responsibility for their actions. That's one of the probably fastest way to success is really going after big things and taking responsibility for success and especially failures. Moral integrity requires owning your consequences of your choices. And blame erodes everything. So that means that take responsibility for your actions. Number 6, protect and care for the vulnerable. And this is again a very powerful moral rule. I think that not every single person is able to live this moral rule because it requires courage. It requires courage to stand for something that maybe people do not have ability to stand for themselves, and you stand up for them. This is massive courage. You potentially could really hurt yourself by doing that. You put your neck in front of everything. Okay, other people, so you put your balls on the line. And I think that's a very powerful moral rule. And I think that the more people would have this rule in place, the more beautiful life would be. Because I think that's a lot of times like minor groups are maybe took advantage by, and I think that they are taken advantage of only because there is not a lot of people who have those moral rules in place who are able to stand up with them and just defend them. And I think that we need to really work on ourselves to improve ourselves, that we have enough courage and power and willingness to really stand up for what is right. Not just what's comfortable, but what is right. And I think that the morality is that we need to really stand up for someone who is not able to stand up for themselves. Very powerful rule. The last one, number 7, is respect others' freedom as long as it doesn't harm. Respect others' freedom as long as it doesn't harm. I think that we need to understand that every single person has autonomy, agency, and I truly believe I always believe that every single person has ability to choose. It's a beautiful thing. Free will. Free will. When I think about religion in Christianity, and in Christianity it says that you have a free will. No one will push you in one direction or another one. And you have a free will, that means that we're supposed to allow other people to have that free will and really live in their way, not judge. Because sometimes we can really say that, oh, you have a free will, but after that, when they choose a different direction, we start to really judge them because their own way of living. And I think that judging, again, this is not moral right. We need to really respect other people's freedom if they know, and that means that you can potentially hate their decisions. Because one thing is that we potentially could love other person, but they have still their freedom. So you can hate their decision. You don't like the decision. It goes under your skin, but still it is their freedom to choose. We're able to express our thoughts, where we're coming from care, coming from really saying that this is what I believe, but I am there for you. So if you don't believe what I believe, I will be there no matter what. So that is unconditional love. Unconditional love could be with your kids, with your parents, with your friends, with yourself. And I think that unconditional love is one of the most beautiful things, and that's the thing that respect others' freedom is one of the things that we're able to use our unconditional love to people itself. And the most important part is that their choice not supposed to harm others, and if it doesn't harm others, we're supposed to respect their choice. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that. So I think that there's a lot of different moral rules, but those I think is very, very essential that we can have at least foundational things that everyone agrees on. So we'll review 7 those moral rules. So number 1, avoid harm. Number 2, see dignity. Tell the truth. Number 4, play fair. Number 5, own your actions. Number 6, care for the weak. And number 7, respect freedom. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.